tells us that the king has to have a separate Sefer Torah. Besides the Sefer Torah that each Jew has to write, he has a special Sefer Torah that's with him at all times. V'hoisa imo, it's with him. V'kol bo kol yimei chayav, and he reads it all the days of his life. Levilti rum levava me'achav, in order that he doesn't become haughty and have a higher heart more than his brothers, and that he shouldn't turn away from the mitzvahs to the left or to the right. Sounds like Ksav Sofer, a beautiful idea. It's a beautiful idea. See, a melech, a king, or really it applies to a Talmid Chacham, a Rav, a leader. There are two ways that he could demand respect and kavod that he deserves. Either if he acts properly, he acts the way he's supposed to act, then naturally the person will be feared because they respect him. You're acting the way you're supposed to act. Or if he feels that he's not going to get the respect if he'd act the way he acts, there's another way to instill fear on your constituents. You yell at them, you scream at them, you say, all right, I'm the rabbi, I'm the rav, I'm the king, you have to show me respect. But the best way is that you don't have to demand respect. The respect will come to you naturally. If you do the right thing, and you act the way a king is supposed to act, you act the way a rav is supposed to act, naturally people will respect you and feel you. Says the Ksav Sofer, that's the idea. The king, or Talmid Chacham, whatever you want to say. If he learns Torah his whole life, if he acts the way the Torah tells him to act, then he can become a king, he can become a Rav, and become a king, not by being haughty over his friends, but naturally, by the Torah that he has, that he learns, that he teaches, he will become a person that's respected. It's beautiful the way how he learns the pasuk. Levilti rum levava me'achav, that he doesn't have to become haughty over his friends, as opposed to the king or the rav who's not really acting the way they're supposed to, doesn't learn Torah, doesn't follow the Torah. Then how's he supposed to be able to instill fear over his constituents? Then he has to yell at them, scream at them, and become haughty. But if he learns Torah and does mitzvahs and does the right thing, then he doesn't have to instill fear upon them in order for them to respect him. They respect him naturally by the fact that he learns Torah. So that's how he learns the psukim. And how do you end up with the rest of the pasuk? And also that he doesn't have to turn away from the Torah Yom and Small, or to the left or to the right. What does that mean? And then B'kerev Yisrael, him and his children amongst the Jewish people. If this Rav, if this king, if the reason why they respect him is because he instills fear upon them, will they respect his kid? Not necessarily. He's the kid. The father we respected because he let us know that he's the boss in town. The kid, he's the kid. But if the reason why you respect the Rav is because you have respect for him because of who he was, then you also respect his kid too, because the kid will follow naturally in the ways of the father. So that's Pshat in the pasuk. Says the Ksav Sofer. Who avana b'kerev Yisrael. If the reason why they listen to him because they love him and they respect him, then they'll listen to his kids too, because the kid is a continuation of the father. But if the only reason why they respect the father is because he instills fear upon them, then that's only going to be for the father. That won't be for the son. So it's just another beautiful way how he learns the pasuk. That applies to the king and to all his kids afterwards. Only if it's this way, then it will be for the kids afterwards. But if it's not the way that they respect the king because of who the king is, because he learns Torah, does mitzvahs, and does the right thing, then the kids won't be respected. That's why B'kerev hu avana b'kerev Yisrael. If the reason why they respect the father is because of he instills fear upon them, then it'll only be the father, won't be the kids. But if it's because they love him, because of who he is, and he acts the way Rav's supposed to act, the king's supposed to act, then it'll be for the kids too.